People whispered behind her back, like she couldn't hear them, but she did. Every word, every glance, every cruel smirk, it all clung to her like a second skin. And yet, she smiled anyway. Maya wasn't loud. She wasn't the kind of girl who walked into a room and turned heads. At least, not in the way the world expected. She didn't fit the standard. Not the slim enough to be seen but not too seen mold. Not the look pretty but not confident box. No, Maya took up space. And for some people, that alone was reason enough to judge her. It started in childhood, really. The birthday parties where other girls wore sparkly dresses and tiny sandals. Maya showed up in long shirts and jeans, tugging at the hem, wondering if anyone else felt like a giant in a room full of butterflies. By middle school, the whispers became louder. She'd walk into the cafeteria and hear the shift in tone, the fake coughs that masked the word whale, the stifled laughter behind Snapchats she pretended not to notice. And yet, she still brought cookies to class on people's birthdays, still complimented outfits she secretly wished she could wear, still raised her hand in class, hoping maybe if she was smart enough, they'd forget the rest. But the world doesn't forget what it chooses to see first. The interesting part is Maya never let them see her break. Not at school, not at work, not even when her doctor casually said, "You really should try harder," as if her body was a project left unfinished. But behind the smile, there was a war. Nights spent scrolling Instagram, watching influencers show off diets like they were holy scriptures. She tried them all. Fasting, keto, juice cleanses. Carrot sticks and shame became her midnight snack. She once lost 18 pounds in 3 months. Everyone noticed. "You look amazing. What's your secret?" They praised her like she had finally become acceptable. But no one asked, "How are you sleeping? Are you eating enough? Are you okay?" Because when you're overweight and losing weight, it doesn't matter how. It just matters that you disappear a little more. It wasn't until the reunion that everything changed. 10 years since high school. Maya wasn't sure she wanted to go, but something in her, it wasn't revenge, not exactly, wanted to be seen again. Wanted to walk in as herself, not the project, not the pity, just her. So she went. And there was Claire, the queen bee, still stunning, still magnetic. But something behind her eyes looked tired. Claire blinked when she saw Maya. "You look radiant," she said. Maya smiled. "Thanks. I feel good." And she meant it. Not because she'd lost weight, which she hadn't. In fact, she had gained some. But for the first time, she wasn't trying to shrink to fit a room. She was owning it. Claire leaned in, a little awkward. "You always seemed so unbothered back then. But we were awful, weren't we?" Maya looked at her. Really looked. And she said quietly, "You weren't awful. You were insecure. I just became the canvas for what you didn't like in yourselves." Clara didn't know what to say. Sometimes truth sounds like poetry to people who never had to live it. Later that night, Maya went home, kicked off her heels, and stood in front of her mirror. Same curves, same softness, same woman. But for once, her reflection didn't ask for apologies. She reached for her phone and opened her notes app, and she wrote, "They will judge your body before they know your story, but your story was never for their approval." She posted it online, not for likes, for release. The comments poured in, hundreds of women, some younger, some older, all tired of apologizing for existing. And just like that, Maya became something she never expected. Not a symbol, not a spokesperson, but a mirror for people who had forgotten how to see themselves with kindness. So if you're listening right now, wondering if you'll ever feel comfortable in your own skin, let Maya's story remind you. Your body is not an apology. Your worth isn't waiting at the bottom of a scale. And the people who truly see you, they'll never ask you to shrink. Have you ever been judged for how you look? Share your story in the comments, and let's remind each other what real worth looks like. Together, let's move from doubt to power, one story at a time.